Yes, the only network who has been covering this, and it is on your show, Eric. We have been covering the human remains, the mass graves, and just outside, steps away from Akron Stadium, that is in Guadalajara, Jalisco, it is going to be, the host of one of Mexico's World Cup matches. And collective groups and body searcher groups have found from the AMLO administration until now 456 bags of human remains. The fiscal of the state of Guadalajara and also authorities are trying to create this smokescreen so nobody can put attention to this factor. So FIFA will not cancel, the World Cup in Mexico. This is an absolute disgrace. It is something that is completely inhuman, and it just steps away, Eric, from the Akron Stadium. It's going to be hosting not only just Mexico's, international match, but also other international matches, which is one of the things that is extremely critical. The missing people, the mass graves, the multiple thousands of mass graves who have been found all across the country. And it is just months away from the World Cup, Eric. So it is a thing that is, it's just a horrifying story that it just came out. And it came out from the searcher groups that have been telling the press they're trying to hide this from the country of Mexico and from the world.
Were they, Oscar, hiding it? I mean, it doesn't strike me as a great place to hide 456 bags of human remains in a soccer stadium that's probably holding more than 100,000 people. You have a lot of traffic there. I think you're going to find some of this. How did they find it?
Well, there's a place where there's nothing. It's like an empty parking lot, and behind that there's a lot of land, and that is where specifically they're talking about a lot of things, Harry. They're talking about that possibly the soccer team is doing some sacrifice rituals to this factor. Also that the potentiality of the CJNG cartel that has owned a lot of the land and has owned a lot of the businesses. Well, they're using that land to basically dispose and to disappear bodies. And when you're talking about 456 bags, you're talking about that some of these bodies were found decomposed, some of them were found skeletons, some of them were found basically dismembered, and some of them still were found fresh. So it is something that the authorities of Mexico and also the Sheinbaum administration is trying to not let nobody know. Ultimately, they don't want the United States authorities to know this because, the United States is going to be a World Cup holder and a host for this current event that is coming on June, Eric.